Hello there, folks. Who the fuck is this? This is Gyp Casino, saying hello to you and wish you a very happy Christmas. Okay? Tumma Nuotti is this. See ya.
Tumma Nuotti. Yhteistyössä videotuotanto ja mediapalvelut. JPV-Palvelut.fi.
Greetings to you all. This is Tumma Nuotti and yes, we have a guest here. Well, he have a guitar, but he's known as a drummer, the original drummer of Hanoi Rocks.
Moi.
He's not a Twin Peaks character, Bob. He's not that.
It's the first time I've heard this.
Yeah. Well,
But
you kind of have a similar look. Can you grinly,
Similar crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, Bob.
David Lynch.
Kovas.
Anyway, that was the introduction. Yeah. But before we go into interview, I have a kind of a food conspiracy thing. You are from Sweden.
Indeed.
Indeed, yeah.
And my father is from Algeria. Yeah.
Yeah, but from
So
Sweden. The thing is called surströmming.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's not one of my favorite. No.
Yeah, but I have a question about that because I'm not sure about if it's a food or is it a chemical weapon.
It's horribly
For somebody, it
smells.
It's a very tasty kind of fish, and for other, it's could kill anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If smells can kill.
It smells like shit.
Yeah.
or puke and everything
Yeah.
between
All together.
that.
All together.
So we don't have an answer for that question, but it still remains. Yeah.
And in Finland we have mammi.
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 Yeah.
it's-
Oh my God.
it's-
That's like
it's-
shit.
It
Okay.
looks like
And
shit and
Is
tastes
that a
like-
fish as well?
No.
It's like something pudding.
Beer pudding.
Beer
Okay,
pudding.
okay.
Yeah.
But you have
But it's-
something extraordinary.
Yeah.
Something extraordinary, and that's a purilainen in an old nakkikioski. With a
that's
lot
true.
of sipuli and
Oh,
senappi or an isu maito,
Yeah.
early in the morning. That's something.
Yeah. Do you like
Purilainen. Voi
sinappi? Do you
Sinappi.
like, very strong sinappi?
Absolutely. It has to be a
Yeah.
strong sinappi.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Finland,
Maybe sweet as well. A little bit sweet as
a
well.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there comes fights often in the grills.
Yeah,
At the
when you're standing in the
midnight.
queue,
Yeah.
especially if you got sunglasses.
Are
on.
you looking at my woman? Are you?
Voi perkele!
Let's go into the music.
Yeah.
Let's go from the.
From food to
From food to music.
to the
Second important thing.
Yeah. Let's go to music.
Yeah.
Music time, boys and girls.
Well, Gyp, what's the key moment for your drumming?
There's no key moment for my drumming.
When it began?
I found the drumming in the beginning of the punk, and 70, 78, I believe. So
yeah.
when I first met Andy in Stockholm,
Yeah.
I had played drums for about half a year or something, and we went down to a rehearsal place I had, and there were a couple of other guys down there, and we played a couple of songs, very easy songs, traditional things, and he said, we had met just a couple of hours before, and he said after our rehearsal, he said, you and me going to work together later on.
You and me going to work together.
The other fuck
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
He didn't like them.
Okay.
And
So
was
that was my first meeting with Andy, and back to my drumming, you know. My favorite drummers, you know, I love Ringo
yeah.
Starr, Charlie Watts,
Yeah.
Stan Lynch,
style.
Stan Lynch
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I
Oh,
love his kind of
yeah,
drumming.
yeah.
I'm not much into, you know, heavy metal things.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
a lot of drumming, you know. Yes, you're there to keep the tempo, keep up the
Yeah,
beat.
but
you know.
Ringo is character. Yeah.
Wow,
Amazing character.
he's such a character.
He's always, kind of underrated.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Classic
His
guy.
drumming, there was
Yeah.
some magic when he did.
Yeah, there's a part in on Abbey Road. Can't remember the song, but it's when he plays a short drum solo in a song.
Yeah.
It's the only drum solo that I could accept, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I would love to listen to.
Yeah. Ringo
And
is a
that's
figure.
character.
Yeah. Certainly.
And Charlie as well.
Of course,
He's
yeah. But I've always been a more Beatles guy.
You know?
You know, I even like I like to be under the sea,
Octopus
in
Garden.
Octopus's
Yeah.
garden, here in the shades. I mean, those.
Me too, because this Beatles progressive stuff and
Yeah,
Et
yeah,
cetera.
yeah. You know, that always fascinated me. You know,
Such brilliant musicians.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
and that, of course, Beatles, they start to experiment things. Then
They-
comes ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. Whoa.
And the thing is, you know,
Pink
there's a
Floyd.
connection, you know, Jeff Lynne,
yeah.
Yes.
ELO, you know,
Yeah.
George Harrison.
George Harrison, and a bit of Ringo Starr in Traveling Wilburys.
Yes.
Every now and then he went in there.
I
when
love
not,
that band.
That
that's
was-
another good
that-
drummer,
yeah.
Jim Keltner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true.
But when you first heard about hard rock or heavy metal,
Okay.
you came from punk, thing, and what was the key moment when you kind of heard heavy metal? What is that?
I had a good friend where I lived with my mother before the punk explosion and before I started play drums. His older brother, he had a huge record collection.
Oh,
And there was a lot of progressive hard rock. So
Deep Purple.
yeah, he had everything. So I heard everything before. So I had that. But you know, the eye opening or my ear opening was punk.
Yeah.
Of course, I loved, you know, T-Rex and
Marko,
Moth the Hope, you know,
Yeah.
and things like that. But the
were just-
punk opened up my ears.
Sex Pistols.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
a lot of good bands.
Yeah,
you know.
there's-
the only ones, the boys,
UK
Bram
subs.
Tchaikovsky. There's a lot of it.
UK subs and
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
We used to play with them with Hanoi. Here in Finland. We were playing together at least, if I remember right, one tour. We had a couple of gigs together.
Yeah, and we can say that Hanoi Rocks was first very punk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very
Yeah,
punk
yeah.
sound.
But it's always been rock and roll in the.
Yeah,
If
Yeah.
you listen to the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
album, you know, Lost in the City, that's more rock and roll. You can't get any closer.
that's true.
But I think the punk kind of clean up a little bit the kind of the music scene at the time. I mean, there was kind of empty. I mean,
There
all
was
the
disco and
there was disco, and of course, you have the alternative thing to disco. If disco is the number one, there must be a alternative void for that disco, and that was punk.
yeah,
And that was
yeah.
straightforward,
That was 70s.
aggressive, and of course you can, if you don't have the, for example, if I'm a drummer, I don't have the kind of skills that probably Yes or King Crimson.
That's needed in some progressive
Yeah.
shite.
But that's the
Sorry.
thing. The same thing with, for example, for Metallica. I mean, Lars Ulrich, he always gets shit about his drumming, but he's the guy from Metallica in the end. So, anyway, but the punk thing kind of cleared the air.
Absolutely,
Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was born in 1978, so I don't have straight memory from that musical scene. But that's how I see that time.
But there's a lot of people forgetting about how many good musicians there were in the punk moment.
Yeah, there was.
There were, let's say Sex Pistols, Glenn Matlock on bass.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable.
He was,
He
yeah.
was really good. There's some drummers, Paul Cook was good.
Yeah.
Was a lot of good. Rat
Yeah.
Scabies in the
Yeah.
Damned. Wow. And a lot of good Brian James on guitar,
I watched this series about Sex Pistols, and it opened my eye about this first bassist of Sex Pistols, how good he was before Sid Vicious.
Yeah, and he did. I don't know if you guys know, but he had a band called Rich Kids.
Yeah.
After that,
I heard about that.
And before that, Spectrum.
Yeah.
Spectrum, I believe
Yeah,
they were.
yeah.
And Rich Kids album it's a brilliant album. The bad thing about it is that Ian Hunter did a producing maybe not that good. But it doesn't matter because the songs are so brilliant.
And you-
Major from Ultravox, later
Yeah,
on Ultravox,
yeah.
was one of the guys in the
Okay.
band. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Ultravox.
So there's a lot of connection, A lot
yeah,
of good
from
people.
for the 80s.
Synth. Yeah.
Yeah,
synth
but
pop.
before that,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
it was
But-
a rock band. It was more close to
Yeah.
Roxy music.
Yeah, but if you think about the simple chords of punk, and you turn it to the synthesizer,
Oh yeah.
you
Yeah.
get something else.
Very cool sound too.
Okay. But before punk, there was one drummer who was punker than everything, Keith
Yep.
Moon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Bonham is
Yeah.
kind of brilliant drummer as well.
Ian Pace,
There. You
Yes.
have another one.
tremolos.
Yeah.
From jazz thing, but
Yeah.
that's the difference. Those guys came from the jazz, and
And then you
I don't
have
know
all those jazz drummers.
yeah,
Yeah,
but the
wow.
punk thing kind of
Those
cleared
are-
the air, and you probably heard one. Oh, I can play that. And then came another round of bands, and gave a kind of a courage to do that. That progressive bands, I can't do that. If you know the meaning here.
Yeah, I
but
understand what you mean.
Let's go further.
Yeah.
The remixed Oriental beat is now available. What was the first thought when you heard the new beat?
I could hear my drums.
Ah, yeah, okay, okay, yeah,
So it's nice.
Yeah.
Finally, it got the sound it was supposed to have at the beginning.
yeah.
And I think it's a great album. But it took about 40 years
Yeah,
Yeah.
40 years.
until it found the sound.
I was at Michael's 60-year
Yeah.
concert in sold-out Helsinki Jäähalli. And when the original Hanoi Rocks came to stage, therefore some magical moment.
It felt like that.
Yeah.
Even on stage.
Yeah, because I was,
Even during the rehearsals.
Yeah.
The Wednesday, the same week, it was great. It was great meeting up with the lads. Wow.
all that history you got some stuff. It was so magical, and I said it's like in the movie story. And I got here this original record, Oriental Beat.
But the thing is,
that's me.
It's look quite much.
Almost the same. If I take my glasses off, you know, and
Yeah.
a little bit of a suntan.
I go with the Twin Peaks thing.
Yeah, that's
Even then.
yeah, even then.
No, now.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, Tumma Nuotti is about funny things. I'm quite sure about that. You have some Spinal Tap moments that were kind of a difficult things, but later on you can laugh about it. No pressure.
No. I wouldn't say it was Spinal Tap things. It was just crazy stuff happening. But maybe there is one thing with live ammo. If I'm right, I think we were in Vasa, and Andy fell asleep on my drum podium during the gig, and I love him for that. And then suddenly he woke up again and just rock and roll.
Yeah, gypsy rock and roll.
He's the best.
Yeah, his character too.
And that's some kind of Spinal Tap moment, I think. But maybe other people should say that and that and that, or fucking Spinal Tap. But for me, it's just great memories and things that happened and things that we had fun at the when it happened, you know.
And sometimes those things, you know, when it happens, it kind of pisses you off, probably. But later on, you can, you know. Maybe it took some time, you know, while he was awakening. You know, I wanted to count in the next song. So we had a little pause.
Yeah.
But let's go to the toughest question ever. Top 5 albums of your life.
Oh yeah.
Go!
I could say 3 of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers albums.
Wow,
but I think
great.
Damn the Torpedoes, the third album, is unbelievably good. I would say, there's a lot of good stuff, you know. I love The Only Ones with Pete Parrott. The first album, but even the second one, Even Serpent Shines, are good albums. This is difficult.
I know.
Because I have so much music in my collection, and
he's suffering.
Of course. There should be some Beatles album in there. Some old Lightning Hopkins albums, and why not? Oh yeah, what is his name? The organ player, jazz. Back at the Chicken Shack, I think the name of the album is. Smith. Can't remember.
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Let's keep it Mr.
Yeah,
Smith.
from Matrix.
You had to
From
search
Matrix.
for it.
Neo.
You had to search for it.
I am Mr. Smith.
You want?
Google that.
Yeah, maybe we should. I have to check it out.
Yeah, let's check it out. I gotta say about Tom Petty that Sami Affa's this first solo record. He reminds his voice like Tom Petty. A little bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a good album. Sami
it
did
is.
a good album there.
Yeah.
I like the Tumman record, Into the Great Wide Open from the early
Yeah.
90s.
That was
Two Canslingers.
Yeah, and that's
Lynne
the
production.
connection with Jeff
Yeah.
Lynne. Yes.
Tom Petty was a treasure.
And Jeff Lynne production, I mean, the way he put the drums together is still a mystery for me. But you can always notice that, oh, this is something Jeff Lynne did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible. The same thing with the ELO.
the connection.
You can
Ah, yeah.
hear the Beatles thing. But if you think really the band name, the Beatles, you can go, for the... I mean, it's the Beatles. It's the name is from the 60s.
Yeah.
The Beatles.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine that Beatles go into 70s or 80s.
You like to...
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. You like to buy records and vinyls and stuff.
Physical.
Yeah,
Physical
absolutely.
records.
We are
and that's
about
vinyls.
Yeah, vinyls, yeah.
I'm very much
We
into
are physical record guys.
vinyls.
Yeah.
I had my own record shop back in the days, when I was working for another big record shop, the Fönstret, the Record Mirror, in Stockholm for many years.
Yeah.
And that was a good combination, being out playing music and back in at ordinary, boring everyday life, you went into the record shop and
Yeah. That's
Most definitely.
That's
selling good records. Boy.
There's
So-
something magical when you go to record store.
Yeah, the smell, and
So, yeah.
of course when you find a good record, you have to, if it's used, you can see the kind of, okay, there's some history in it.
Yeah,
And,
when I buy some cool record, I got a call to Kari.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what I found?
Yeah, look what I found!
Yeah.
And it's a great hobby, It's
An expensive hobby
well,
nowadays.
it is, but
when you
course
find
it's always more expensive.
Yeah.
And your band Free Job is performing here tonight.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Action rock.
it is.
Like it.
It's, there's a lot of everything in it.
I think we have to stop this interview because I think we are going to a record shop right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
Ladies and
Casino.
gentlemen and the jury, Gyp Casino.
terve!
All hail to drummers
Perkele.
and guitarists.
Take care.
Eido ja Tykkerom Ruulika Lappunden. Och smörgås.
Hundkarusellen.
That's the words Swedish.
Kuule sille mie sanon, pilla tämä kanava.
Tumma Nuotti.